Space Coconut.
Okay, lunatics, today we're going to look at all of the crazy Twitter stuff going on because of the mid-chapter patch and talk about why people are losing their minds. And yes, even the people who think they're being level-headed about all of this are just as crazy. Before I get into it, be sure to sub to the channel, like the video, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, take a vacation, and follow me on Twitch, where I'm live every Tuesday and Saturday. Links to everything are in the description. People are losing their minds because of the mid-chapter patch, but let's face it, people in general are stupid and crazy. Yes, that includes me and you. The thing that makes people go off unreasonably is most often anger and frustration. You can look at any tiny conflict on Twitter and you'll find that the source of every spat is due to one of those emotional states. Dead by Daylight brings this out of people due to its two-sided nature, killers and survivors. The balance decisions that have been made over the years can be argued back and forth, but everyone can agree that the balance still needs work. This leads to a lot of negative emotions within the game for players of both roles, as we already know. The result of these negative emotions come up into the forums most often, and are often removed by mods who hold company loyalty higher than player concerns. Now, of course, the crazies on both ends of the spectrum consist of angry ragers who are throwing insults at everyone who disagrees with them. This is just the nature of people, and yes, that includes you and me. The difference is the group mentality behind the two groups of people. You'll find people trying to elevate themselves above the rage by saying they've removed themselves from the conversation. But by making that very statement, rather than simply not making a statement at all, they create more animosity. Then the people with a similar mindset will just jump behind them saying, I know, they're all terrible people. That wouldn't be such a big deal if that's where it stopped. But of course, people will be people. By claiming a position of righteousness over others, they create more anger and frustration. If they really cared about calming the masses, they would either not say anything because a fire dies out without fuel, or they would use understanding to soothe the rage. You'll notice that I'm not talking about the people angry raging at behavior about the recent patch, but the people who are mocking or belittling those angry ragers. If you're not sure why, I'll spell it out for you. People are angry at behavior, and rightfully so. Calling those people whiners, ungrateful, or otherwise insinuating that you're somehow better than them highlights exactly why you're just as bad or worse. I work in retail, and if a customer comes in super angry or super upset, it's really important to calm them down in order to do my job. If I make fun of them, or mock them, or otherwise disregard what they feel, it's only going to make everything more stressful for everyone. Saying players simply hate change is belittling their concerns as well, because players don't hate change. Players hate bad changes. Remember when the perks used to be lined up on the bottom of the screen, and then they changed it to the diamond layout you use now? That was a good change, and as a result, there was no anger there. Let people be angry. Don't disregard their feelings because you don't have a problem with the game. That's how you make a situation worse. Get off your high horse and stop pretending you're better than everyone else. You're just as bad as everyone else by inciting more anger with your holier-than-thou attitudes. Now for you angry ragers, yes, you can be upset. I'm upset too, and you should know if you've seen any of my videos that I'm often very negative about what the devs do and don't do for the game. However, there's a point where you need to let go of the gas and slow down. They've acknowledged that they've heard our complaints. For now, let's ignore the fact that we've been complaining about different things for years, okay? We can bet that they're probably working on the easier bugs and map issues as we speak. They're probably going to tie those changes into the upcoming chapter. We know the devs are slow to change anything other than the stuff that we have to pay for, so continuing to rage about the things they've acknowledged won't really be of any use to anyone, and it really makes you look just as bad as the White Knight shills swarming to Behavior's defense. Say your piece, accept their acknowledgement, avoid giving them money, play something else, join the Discord, and monitor their progress until you're happy with their solutions. There's not really much else you can do, so do yourself a favor and chill. And then there's behavior. Yeah, you, behavior. This is entirely your fault. You've ignored player concerns for years and balanced the game in such a way to create this remarkable divide between killer and survivor players. You enable toxic behavior on both sides and present yourselves as biased towards one side over the other on a regular basis. You actively ban criticism that you deem inappropriate when it might not be, talk down to your player base in a condescending manner suitable for toddlers, and allow the faces of your company to regularly incite negative reactions from the player base they're supposed to be listening to. All of the forum posts, all of the Twitter craziness, and all of the Discord stuff is your fault. This is what happens when you create and encourage frustration in your player base. You're a company that has gotten a taste of success and you let it get to your head. You have one successful game out of a library of mobile games and a myriad of other games that other companies asked you to help with. You tried to duplicate the success of Dead by Daylight through the catastrophic failure that was Death Garden. Now, you're trying to milk your dedicated player base for all they're worth while giving them garbage gameplay and broken content in return, when you should be trying to improve the game and the community to make players want to stay with your game. I know some customers as a whole are subhumans, to put it lightly, but you and I provide a service, and part of that service is listening to what the customer wants and doing our best to accommodate them. They know what they want, and it's not my place to tell them what they actually want. I can make a suggestion, but it's not my place to tell them. We as players know what we want, and it's not your place to tell us what we actually want. Now's the time to learn how to hear feedback and actually act on it. Not just this time when things get blown up to this degree, or when you're about to get a metric poop ton of bad publicity because of a bad take from Almo, but every time, so you can make Dead by Daylight the game everyone knows it can be. Have you learned your lesson yet? We'll see what you do for the rest of the year, and then everyone will see what kind of company you are. Will you learn from this fiasco? Will you consider player feedback with more importance than you used to? Will you be more transparent to the community about your decisions? Will you prove me wrong? I think you're a lost cause. And because of that, I think you're going to make me a very popular YouTuber as I get to document your failure as a company to the community. So please, keep failing. Keep making bad decisions. Keep ignoring the community. Keep making mobile-style in-game events. Keep pushing rushed and broken content. And most importantly, keep proving me right. Here's to 2021 behavior. Your failure makes it very easy to make content, and this year, you're off to a wonderful start. Let's see what you do. In the meantime, I'll be playing something else.